Hi guys, my name is Jeff and today I'm going to guide you through how to plan a wedding in Singapore. As many of you may not know, I was in the wedding industry for 7 years, so I'm going to be as detailed as possible. So first off, if you are watching this, I assume that high chance you and your spouse have just BTO. I mean proposed, and now enter the stage of planning a wedding. Even for me, I don't think I know everything about it, but I'll share with you guys as much as possible to the best of my knowledge to make things less complicated and more straightforward, as I know planning a wedding is a lot of hassle. I'll break this into several videos as I do not want to lump them all into one. If not, this video will be super duper long. I'll be discussing many parts throughout the whole series, such as the venue, ROM, bridal and suit, makeup artist and hairdo, pre-wedding photography, actual day photography and videography, wedding ring, wedding invitation cards, wedding favors, wedding cake, buffet catering, car rental, childhood montage, MCs, 过大礼, wedding schedule throughout the actual day. So the first thing you need to do as a couple is to decide how much budget that you guys wanted to spend on your wedding and roughly how many people in total you guys are inviting. After knowing your budget and how many people you guys are inviting, now is to move on to the wedding date. If you guys are not very superstitious, of course you can choose any date that you all want. Weekday to be cheaper, of course. But if you guys prefer to choose an auspicious date, you guys can always go and Google and check for the date that you guys like, or get a geomancer or feng shui master to calculate it for you. After that, it will be the venue. There are many venues to choose from depending on your type of wedding and what kind of style you guys like, such as the traditional 5-star hotel banquet, or some nice restaurant, Chinese cuisine or Western cuisine, or buffet, or even book the whole Hai Di Lao to host your wedding. Just kidding. But do note that not all the venues can be booked as early as possible. Some only accept booking up to a year or 6 months in advance. So if you can't book a venue right now, I would suggest you to jot it down in your calendar to remind yourself to book as soon as the slot is open. You should always email multiple vendors to let them know about your wedding to see if they are available, roughly how much is it, also if you can tour around the ballroom or the whole vicinity to see if you like it, and if they can fit all of your guests before booking. So after you have decided to book the venue and the number of tables for your wedding, by right you will have a food tasting session which will cost you the price of one table. So it's roughly around 10 people or $2,000. You'll be able to choose what food to be served on your actual day and from the menu itself. And this is the time when you and your spouse can invite your loved one to go for the food tasting. If at this point you still don't like the food that you have chosen, you will still be able to change it before the actual day itself. However, if you guys want to have another food tasting session, it will cost another $2,000. And that will be included in your overall budget. And as someone who has been to the food tasting session before, just a tip from the hotel staff, try not to pick things like prawn or duck. This is because deshelling prawn is a hassle and it can be a little bit messy. For duck wise, it tends to be a little bit hard and dry due to the fact that the wedding dinner might take some time to be served. And of course, the rest will be up to your likings. Other than that, any more inquiry you should always voice out and discuss with your hotel management. Next, ROM, which also means Registry of Marriage. You will need to go to the ROM website, click Getting Married, Civil Marriage or Muslim Marriage depending on you guys, start marriage application and follow the steps accordingly. As for ROM, you can either do it in the RM center or invite them to your venue for the RM ceremony. Booking solemnizer only costs around $42 as of this video is being made. However, if you invite the solemnizer to your venue, you of course have to pay for his or her grab fare and an extra ang pao as a token of appreciation. The amount will then be up to you to decide. There are many solemnizers to choose from for your marriage ceremony. To find the right one, you can visit the website here and select the solemnizer based on your religions and preferred language. Additionally, you can search for the top solemnizers in Singapore through Google. However, it is unclear how these lists are compiled unless they have evaluated every solemnizers. You can read more about other people's experience with the solemnizers online. It is important to note that some articles that rank the vendor, such as the top 10, top 20 or top 30, may not accurately reflect the best options available, as many of these rankings are sponsored posts, which means that vendors have paid for their placement to be on this list. This is the same goes to every other vendor, such as the bridal, photography and videography, cake and etc. I'm not saying all these articles are paid advertisement, I'm just saying some of them are. We need to know that these articles are written by someone and this someone has bills to pay at the end of the day. So it's important to do your own research. However, I came across this website where you can watch the solemnizer in action for real to see if you actually like the solemnizer style. Just go to this website where the videographer showcase the work of the solemnizer. I'm not paid to promote this website, of course. There may not be all that you can find, but you can make do with what you have. So solemnization usually lasts around 30 minutes for the whole ceremony, from the time the solemnizer arrived to the time where the ceremony ended. Some solemnizers are faster than the others, while some really can talk. Hence the time varies from 10 minutes to a good 30 minutes long. Always give yourself an additional 15 minutes extra in case anything happens and your schedule won't be snowballed. And that's all for this episode of Wedding Tip. I'll talk more in the upcoming videos, and if you like my videos, do like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye! So by the way, this is just a one-time series, so I won't be changing this channel into a wedding related channel.